guys, it is the Micheals show. I missed you. Do you know
Hey,
that? I missed you guys. Where have you been? Oh, you've been on lockdown, fool. Okay, I got you. Well, now that the world is opening back up, many people are ready to start back to business. Hello, to get that business. So we got to get the business up and running. And so we're talking mostly to entrepreneurs this next couple of weeks to talk about their plans, how to reopen their business, how do they get the thing jumping again. Today, I have a fabulous guest who has had her own business for many years, and before that had her own business, and before that she was in the entertainment business. So she's basically been employed by herself her whole life. So please, hello, how are you? Welcome to the show. Tell us your name,
hello.
because that right there is a story I don't want them to miss.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Ashali Alcocer. Ashali actually originates from Swahili, which means warrior.
Nice. Ashali, is that how I pronounce it right?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, and Anjali, you are in what kind of business now? You've got a very unique thing that you do. I was very fascinated with, but I want the audience to know about
So I have a CBD company, which I have decided to also kind of branch out and do other holistic remedies. The company is called Chosen Remedies. So basically what I do is look for plants, herbs, natural remedies that were chosen from the Lord, that were God given to us to heal ourselves, and kind of get away from harsh pharmaceutical drugs that have been harming us and making situations worse for us medically.
Yeah, and this is brilliant work. This is what people need right now, for sure. But what happened in your life to make you want to do this? Like, did you have a horrific life experience that you were like, oh my God, CBD is the answer, dog?
Yeah. Actually, most definitely. So about 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with a pituitary brain tumor,
Oh, wow.
um, which threw off everything, let's just say, because of the location of the tumor. So it threw off my thyroid, it threw off women menstrual cycles. I bled literally for a whole year.
Mm.
I threw up for a whole year. I was under about 98 pounds, begging my doctors, to put me on a feeding tube because I literally could not even hold water down. Um, and actually, this time last year, I was unable to walk and sitting at home, kind of under an incubator, basically, under certain lights, because it was so painful. Caused other autoimmune deficiencies as well. And I was on about 28 medications this time last year,
Oh my
including,
God, Ash.
yeah. So I wasn't getting any better. Nothing was changing. It just seemed like every time I was going to the doctor, it was like, here's a new medication, here's a new side effect, here's a new diagnosis.
Right,
And
right.
aside from it being depressing, it 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 makes you just kind of want to stay in the house and not go anywhere. I'm also epileptic, so if I were to have a seizure and any of this were to trigger the tumor, I could have a brain aneurysm or go into a coma at any given time. So that was pretty much the life-changing thing that happened to me that made me say, listen, um, I got to figure out what's working for me because what I'm doing isn't working. The 28 prescriptions isn't working. And sometimes 2 and 3 a day. So it was a lot on my body. And finally, I um, just weeded stuff out and just stayed on the medications that are literally keeping me alive. My heart medication, my thyroid medication, my steroids. So basically the tumors caused Addison's disease, which is where my body doesn't produce enough cortisol. We haven't found anything scientifically, medically, anything where naturally cortisol is reproduced, which is pretty much steroids.
Right.
So holistically, what I've done is use CBD, which we have CB1 and CB2 receptors in our brain already,
Mm-hmm.
um, which cover the brain, lungs, gastro organs, immune system, bones, bone marrow, pancreas, all of these things that it covers. And naturally, we're finding it to be replenished with the CBD, which is a plant naturally from the ground. So, in combining that with other holistic remedies, different kind of teas, green teas, chamomiles, blackberry teas, ashwagandha root, turmeric, just all kind of different remedies, and combining them together is saving me. So I don't necessarily know right now if it's shrinking the tumor. What I do know is it's not growing, and everything from last year that was affected as far as bleeding every day from my menstrual period to the weight loss to the pain in the bones and the autoimmune deficiencies, just from a year, I have put on 30 pounds. I'm back walking, almost running, and I feel amazing. So, and I'm off my seizure medications as well.
And this,
So it's been a blessing.
and this is all, you would attribute this all to the CBD oil?
CBD, most definitely, along with other holistic remedies. Yeah, most definitely.
It's interesting. I got a couple of questions, but I want to share with you. I took a place to live in Las Vegas, and the exchange was that I got a free place, and I had to help a lady who was 70 plus years old who had colon cancer to
Oh,
walk her dogs and make a meal and the whole nine yards. So I learned a lot in that year about the medications that are prescribed versus the cannabis industry, because with this lady, she had literally spent the last 8-10 years doing what the doctor said, and doing
right.
what the doctor said had made her completely broke. She had lost her properties. She was, like I said, she was in her late 70s, mid 70s, and she had been through the ringer. And so her last resort, just out of, for no other reason financially, her last resort was, well, let me try this CBD stuff. Let me try the cannabis, because I don't have another choice. I can't keep spending. And some of her
Right,
pills, one pill was $60. That's the copay. So
right,
she literally saved her own life. She felt better, and hated herself for spending all that money, because the medical system, and this is my first question to you, do you feel like the doctor was just there to prescribe you? Like, you went to the doctor, you saw the doctor for a good few minutes, they don't spend a lot of time with you, and then they just come back with a script and be like, okay, here's your medication, go take this, and then on to the next person?
yeah, most definitely. And I think what I found to be more disturbing is that I had more patients, more education, and a more thorough primary care physician than I did an endocrinologist, neurologist, neuro-ophthalmologist. And I was like, these other big guys, the specialists, are just trying to throw me off and give me some medication, while my PCP is literally taking the time to dissect everything bit by bit, blood work by blood work, organ by organ, pretty much, to figure out what was going on with me, because we didn't know that the tumor and the location of it was causing all of these other problems that I was having.
Mm.
Um, and then the fact that the tumor is hemorrhaging, um, they won't even put me under to see if it's cancer or things of that sort.
Mm.
And I said, even if it was cancer, I don't want to know, because I'm not going to do any of all those things that they tell me to do. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing, live healthy, eat healthy, exercise spiritually, mentally, emotionally, be healthy. And when I'm called home, I'm called home, but there's no way I'm going through chemo again. I did that last year and it was just a pill, not even the strong IV chemo. And that was way more than enough. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. So I'm trying to educate and put the information out there that there is so much more healing options that we have naturally.
Mhm.
Even RSO, the Rick Simpson oil.
I
Um,
love Rick Simpson oil. Woo! Rick Simpson oil in the house, y'all. Oh my God. Rick Simpson
Exactly. He
oil.
healed
Mm.
himself as well. So that's all I'm trying to do. And as I learn, I'm just trying to give back and I'm a patient before anything. So I use um, I use these products. And when I was on the market and I couldn't find anything with CBD that I liked, that tastes good, that was healthy, I said, let me get in here and try to make a difference as well. So kind of use
Now,
myself as a guinea pig.
Anjali, what's your thought on this? I have a philosophy of toxic people. Now, this is where, okay, now before, right, exactly. Now, before you go there, now this is where it stems from. A few years back, I was out of shape no matter what I would do. No matter what I would do, I was probably 30 pounds heavier. I had not a consistent headache, but I was always trauma in my head. I felt like I was always going to have a headache in 5 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Well, I was with a particular person. Once I eliminated that person from my life and all the people who knew that person and everything that surrounded that person, I swear I lost that weight. I feel
yeah,
better than ever in my life. So that's my own person. So when I say eliminate toxic people, I'm not just saying it because it sounds cool or it's a great quote. I'm saying literally, I believe that people give off energy, and the energy that you surround yourself with is the energy you will carry. If you are surrounded by money hungry, grubbing people, you're going to be money hungry, grubbing energy. No matter what you do, you can't change it because you're surrounded by that energy. Negative people bring negative results. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you share that belief?
oh, most definitely, most definitely. And I was just gonna say that's one thing that I also had to do was um, eliminate toxic people in my life. There was times where I thought people were genuinely there with me, friends were there with me in the hospital or to take care of me or what,
Mhm.
and I realized like, oh, that's really not what they're here for. And once I started to realize that and kind of put myself on the outside looking in, if you will, I could see those spirits and I could see those energy, feel those energies, if you will. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, this is probably making me much worse than I really am. I don't, this is making me sicker, the stress, their energy, their levels of toxicity. And so most definitely, I definitely agree with you on that. And I think it's important that we surround ourselves. I mean, look at this world right now. I think most definitely we need to surround ourselves with positivity and be the change that we want to see in the world. So
Yeah.
we can talk about it all day, but if we're not actually doing it ourselves, it really is irrelevant.
I think it's interesting that you mentioned the worldwide energy too, because like a few days ago, I let myself get caught up in the political drama. And so somebody posted one thing on my Facebook, and then I replied to that, which led to 6 or 7 people replying to me. And then I found myself for about 2 days, every day, going back into this argument because the argument just continued because people kept continuing the argument. And after a while, I realized, I don't actually even really care about this enough to argue about it. None of the people involved know me. I don't know them. I'm not going to affect their lives one way or another. They don't care about my opinion. And so I decided to let it go. And you may notice from my feed, I try my best every day to post a positive
Right.
assessment every day, no matter what, because I feel that you can't have an imperfect world if we're walking around and everybody's going, hey, have a great day. Hey, thank
Right,
you.
right,
Hey,
right,
you're welcome. It would be impossible for us to feel bad if everybody would generate that energy.
right.
And it sounds like you agree with that. Getting back to your business. So you have this business and you work from home?
I do. I do. I work
That's
from
awesome.
home. I have been blessed to, my business has grown word of mouth. Thankfully, right now, I've had a lot of testimonials, people reaching out, thanking me, saying that it's worked. Um, so I'm very blessed in that aspect. I know a lot of people are having a difficult time working from home, and it has been difficult because usually I'm um, very hands-on with my business. I like to go out and meet my patients and take them out to lunch, see how things are going, things of that
I'll be
sort.
patient. I'll be patient. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to get lunch. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
So with social distancing, it's definitely been difficult for me to have that interaction, which I definitely miss. But yeah, website's almost done, and I know once that is up and running, which I wanted to make sure there's a lot of education on the website. So once that's up and running, it'll be easier for people um, to grab the products. Right now, again, it's just social media and word of mouth. So trying to
And
build everything back up.
and when you get back to the regular business, you're located in Los Angeles, Arizona?
Arizona,
So you're in Arizona, close to Phoenix or
Phoenix, yep.
Tempe or Phoenix. Okay, great. So for the Phoenix area, how many people do you think are also in a similar business as you, or are you pretty much the main go-to there?
Well, here's the thing. So I worked in the dispensary industry for a while, kind of got a lot of education from there. So there's a lot of companies, if you will, CBD that are out on the market. Now, what separates myself from the others is that, um, again, I'm a patient first. So my medication is authentic. I did not do any 0.3% THC. It's Ours is actually zero point 0.0 THC. It's very important to me because people don't comprehend the way THC metabolizes in your body.
Hmm,
So there was a lot of people getting false tests with drugs just using CBD because of that 0.3% THC.
I see.
So I wanted to make sure that none of my patients had to worry about that, and were able to still take the medication. I also do third-party lab testing. So not only do I get my labs originally, but I go to a third-party lab and I have them retest all my products to make sure there's no pesticides, fungi, E. coli,
Oh,
metals, things
wow.
of that sort. It's all gluten free, organically grown, and the good thing is that our medicine is actually testing higher than we originally thought. So on the market right now, I have 300 milligram tinctures, which are actually third party testing at 325.
Mhm.
So get more for your money, which is really good. And then my focus also is 25% off for a lifetime for our veterans, our disabled, our elderly, our fire, medical, and police personnel. So
Oh,
just
wow.
have to show proof of, yeah. I mean, we learn now, like, there's so many more people that are essential, right? That are heroes right now. We have our nurses and our doctors and
Mhm.
things of that sort. And these are the people that hopefully will start to put the medication and use the medication out in the world, in the market, and get rid of the pharmaceutical stuff that we're doing. So as many people as I can help, reach, touch, that's my goal. And I just keep using myself and trying to update everyone as to how it's working for myself, animals even. So I'm just really passionate about waking up and helping someone every day.
And that is what's up. And if we want to stalk you on the internet, what do we need to do next from here?
So on the internet, Instagram would be at My Time to Shine, which is MYX, the number 2, SHYNE. What is that? Facebook? is Ashali Alcocer, Ashali. And what else is left? My website, coming soon. It's not up yet, under construction, but it will be chosenremedies.com. And I look forward to everyone coming and taking a look at it.
And that is what's up. And are you bilingual?
I am not. I
Okay.
should be, but I was not taught and I haven't learned fully. So I can speak, but I'm not fluent. I get a little embarrassed
I
sometimes.
got you. Well, you give off a good vibe. You know, I think a lot of people, when they think CBD business, I know I did for a long time. I thought it was basically two students on a sofa getting high, and you have proven that there's an actual process that goes into it. True professionals are turning it into a real viable business, and I know you're going to do very, very well. Much success to you. Thank you for being on the Ace Michael Show today. Hey
Thank you so
guys,
much.
if you get a chance, you see somebody doing something good, try to get behind that. Try to give your support, because it's hard to do good, and to keep moving forward doing good is even harder. So if you do see someone like Ashali who's doing it, get behind that, support it. And you know what I say at the end of every show? I still mean it. Live the life you love, love the life you live. Thank you. Yay.